brothers. Really pleased to come down and join your picket. You've been out supporting us on our pickets. And I just want to echo what Chris has said. We're trying to get the message out in the RMT, not just for our members who are struggling against austerity cuts in rail, threats of job losses, no pay rise for a couple of years, and all the rest of it. We've got to recognise that our movement has got to look outwards, and that we stand for working class people across the whole country, including those who don't have the luxury and the honour of being in a trade union because perhaps they don't work in a place where we're yet organised and they don't have a job or they're finding things extremely difficult. The situation in this country over my whole life now has been features of falling wages. We've had falling wages now for 40 years. We've got profits that have been escalating right throughout that time. We've seen our NHS privatised. We've got education that's costing a bomb now for kids to go and get a degree, go and get a university education. Pensioners, they're suffering. The state pension is at a scandalously low level. We've got working conditions that have been torn up, people now working for us. And look, it just doesn't have to be like this. That's the main thing about this. It doesn't have to be this way. Social housing's gone. All the things that working class people could rely on have been torn up and taken away. And they want to carry on doing it. Right now they're telling us workers in this country cannot get a pay rise because it's going to cause a wage price spiral. Well, that is an absolute con trick. It's a free card trick designed to confuse people and keep people poor. There was a recent study done by the Bank of International Settlements that shows there is absolutely no risk right now of a wage price spiral, and that is because the amount of wealth created in this country, the share of it that goes to profits and the share of it that goes to wages, is massively out of kilter. It's absolutely flipped and reversed over about 30 years. And the only reason they're coming out with this old tribe is because they don't want people standing up for themselves and demanding what's right for the theirs. And I just want people in this country to have a bit of self-respect and say, I'm going to look around and I'm going to see people I love suffering. And I'm not prepared to take that anymore. You don't have to have it. And the CWU, the way they operate, is a huge inspiration to us, and we're quite mixed. I've got a rep over there, Jimmy Brown. His uncle was a very senior rep in your organisation. My uncle was in the post office, my auntie was a nurse, my grandfather, he was on the railway, my father was a seafarer, and it's the same thing right here. We're all intermingled. Our movement is really one movement, and we've got to make sure that when we're speaking, we're not just doing so in our silos, but we're speaking for workers everywhere. Because what they want to do is divide us. They want to pit railway workers against nurses, teachers against postal workers, and they want to create these false divisions. Migrants against people who are here, black against white, Muslims against Christians. The whole point of this divisive sort of shit you get out of the media is to keep people separated and prevent us from coming together and asserting our rights. And that is what we've got to overcome. We have got a weapon. In my view, we have got a weapon that is absolutely unbeatable, and that is called solidarity. All we've got to do is stand shoulder to shoulder, put our hands in our pockets, and we've got to beat. And as long as we're able to reach out to each other with love and unity, they cannot beat us. So I'm really keen to see us working together across the movement. We'll be speaking to Dave, and Dave's been speaking to me. We want to link hands across the movement, across the RMT and the CWU, and every other trade union that's prepared to stand up and fight for their people. And I want to speak to some of the politicians we've got here. Jeremy Corbyn and John McDonnell inspired an entire generation of people in socialist politics. These young people from working class areas that I know personally, untouched by politics, who were brought to socialist ideas by seeing the example set by those people. And that is the example we've got to set as a movement. These aren't the traditional people you see coming towards socialist politics and the politics of unity. These are people that are outside of society and I've seen inspired by those types of voices. So we've got to amplify that. We've got to drive the message home. We're not going to have this anymore. People in this country deserve a square deal, and we're going to give people wages. We're going to have prices capped. We're not going to have landlords in this city ripping people off anymore. We're going to see social housing built for people so we can live instead of building houses for investment opportunities for the rich. Those are the type of policies we need, and the number one policy we need is a redistribution of those profits that they've been taking into the pockets of working class people so we can have decent living standards. And we're prepared to fight for that. I know the CW is prepared to fight for that, so I'm really pleased to be down here. I love you all. Let's stick together. If we all stick together, no one can beat us. Till the day.
Thank you, Eddie. So there are some questions.